Bayern Munich have a new problem for every defender out there. His name is Michael Olise. Skill, speed and confidence. This guy plays like he's got fire in his boots. From Crystal Palace to Bayern, Olise didn't come to watch. He came to shock the Bundesliga. There's a 23-year-old quietly tearing through Bundesliga defenses in a way that's genuinely unsettling. Michael Olise's numbers at Bayern Munich aren't just impressive, they're abnormal. Since arriving in Bavaria, he's racked up 36 goal contributions in just 40 games. Numbers that put him among the very best in Europe, and the scary part, he's still figuring things out. We're watching a player who's learning to walk in a system built to make him sprint. The truth is simple, you haven't seen anything close to his ceiling yet. But Olise's story didn't start under the bright lights of Munich. Born in White City, London, to a Nigerian father and French-Algerian mother, Olise wasn't discovered by some top European academy. He bounced around, Chelsea, Arsenal, and finally Reading. Most players would have folded after being released twice. Not Olise. He turned rejection into fuel. At Reading, he exploded, winning the EFL Young Player of the Season at just 18. That performance forced Crystal Palace to activate his release clause in 2021, and that's where he truly announced himself, dazzling Premier League fans with his flair, vision, and fearless creativity. Fast forward to now, Bayern didn't just sign a winger, they signed a problem. A player who can humiliate defenders, create chances from nowhere, and change a game in seconds. Michael Olise isn't just the future of Bayern Munich. He might just be the future of football. During his time at Crystal Palace, Michael Olise faced one of the toughest setbacks of his young career, a serious hamstring injury that kept him out for months. But when he returned, it was like he'd never been gone. In just 19 matches, he produced 10 goals and 6 assists, proving that class doesn't disappear with time off the pitch. That comeback didn't go unnoticed. By the summer of 2024, Europe's biggest clubs were lining up, but Bayern Munich acted fastest, sealing the deal for around 60 million euros. Instead of staying in the Premier League, Olise chose a new challenge under Vincent Kompany, drawn by his fast, high-pressing philosophy. What followed was nothing short of sensational. In his first season in Germany, Olise didn't just impress, he transformed into one of Bayern's most decisive players. With 12 goals and 15 assists, he finished as the Bundesliga's top creator, directly involved in 27 goals, second only to Harry Kane in the squad. Those numbers aren't just good, they're historic. No newcomer in Bayern's modern era had ever hit double digits in both goals and assists in their debut campaign. The recognition poured in. Rookie of the season, team of the season. Kompany himself said it best. When we brought Michael in, we knew he had talent. What we didn't expect was how quickly he'd become essential, not just to the team, but to our identity. But what truly makes defenders panic isn't just Olise's stats, it's the way he creates them. Playing off the right flank in Kompany's 4-2-3-1, he's that classic left-footed menace who constantly drifts inside and causes chaos. Back at Crystal Palace, he completed 57 successful take-ons during the 2023/24 season, a number that already put him among the Premier League's best dribblers. Now, at Bayern, surrounded by top-tier talent and given the freedom to express himself, he's operating on a completely different level. His passing vision slices through defenses, finding angles that most players wouldn't even attempt. And when it comes to finishing, his left foot is pure precision. Every single one of his 12 Bundesliga goals last season came from that same left boot, with 4 of them struck from outside the box. Naturally, comparisons started to appear. Lothar Matthäus himself said that Bayern may have finally found someone reminiscent of Arjen Robben in that role. And that's not a statement made lightly. Robben was a once-in-a-generation winger. Everyone knew what he was about to do, and yet no one could stop it. Receive, on the right, cut inside, and curl it past the keeper. Olise carries that same blueprint. The body shape, the fake with the shoulder, the calm before unleashing that unstoppable left foot strike. Even Olise admitted the resemblance himself, saying that when he cuts in from the right and lets it fly, there's maybe a little bit of Robben in what he does. But Olise was quick to make one thing clear. He's not trying to be Arjen Robben or Frank Ribéry. He's Michael Olise. And that kind of self-awareness at just 23 years old says a lot about who he is. Then there's the Thierry Henry connection, and it runs deeper than most people think. During the 2024 Paris Olympics, Olise represented France under Henry's management. That tournament turned into a masterclass in development. Olise described Henry as a legend, saying he opened his eyes to new dimensions of the game, tactical nuances, positioning, and timing that he's now woven into his own play style. Before the Olympic final, Henry famously said, "You haven't seen anything yet?" This is only the beginning. When Thierry Henry, a man who's seen it all, says that about you, you know you're special. France went on to win silver, and Olise played a massive role: 2 goals, 5 assists, and countless moments of brilliance. His link-up play, his off-ball movement, and that instinct to find space between defenders, all of it carried Henry's influence. But the parallels between them go even further. Like Henry, Olise can operate anywhere across the front line. On the right, he's lethal. In the center, he's unpredictable. Even as a secondary striker, he reads the game with frightening intelligence, always 2 or 3 steps ahead. Both men share that rare blend of creativity and precision, the ability to create chances for others while finishing like a top-tier forward. That's not imitation, that's evolution. Olise isn't following in Henry's footsteps, he's carving his own path. One dazzling run, one left-footed strike at a time. What truly makes Michael Olise terrifying for opponents isn't just his flair or numbers, it's how seamlessly he fits into Vincent Kompany's tactical blueprint. Kompany's philosophy is built on total control, high possession, relentless forward runs, and ruthless counter-pressing the moment the ball is lost. And Olise? He was made for it. When Bayern begin their build-up, Olise drifts into that right half space, always positioned to receive on the turn, already facing goal. From there, he becomes unpredictable. Drive inside, combine quickly, or simply take on his marker one-on-one. But what really stands out is what happens without the ball. Olise presses like a man possessed. He recorded over 15 high regains during the 2024/25 campaign, most of them from counter-pressing situations immediately after Bayern lost possession. For a creative winger to show that level of defensive hunger, that's what separates talented players from complete ones. And if you need proof of his impact, look no further than Der Klassiker. Against Borussia Dortmund, Olise was electric from the start, constantly driving at defenders, forcing Gregor Kobel into multiple saves, and even rattling the post with a thunderous left-footed strike. Then came the decisive moment. In the 78th minute, chaos in the box. Luis Diaz's cross blocked on the line by Joe Bellingham, but Olise reacted first, sliding in to make it 2-0. That goal killed the game. Bayern held on for a 2-1 victory, extending their lead at the top to 5 points. That's what elite players do. They don't wait for perfect chances. They create goals out of chaos. But even with all the hype, there are still areas where Michael Olise can evolve. For all his attacking brilliance, his defensive side remains the part that needs the most polishing. The numbers back it up. Compared to other top-tier wingers, his defensive contribution still falls on the lighter end. It's not a question of effort. Olise presses, he tracks back. But at times, his positioning during defensive transitions can leave gaps. Bayern's coaching staff have recognized this, building specific strength and conditioning programs to help him grow stronger and more resilient. The physical battles of the Premier League gave him a solid foundation. But the demands of the Bundesliga, both physically and tactically, are another level. Then there's consistency, something every young star faces. When Olise is locked in, he's unstoppable. The challenge now is delivering that same level of dominance every week. But at 23 years old, that's not a flaw. That's potential waiting to mature. These are the kind of refinements that come with time, experience, and the hunger to turn talent into true greatness. Another aspect Olise continues to refine is his aerial game. At 184 centimeters, he's got the frame. Now it's about using it to full effect. Becoming more commanding in the air would add yet another layer to his already versatile skill set. What truly sets him apart, though, is his mentality. Olise constantly reviews his own matches, talks openly about what he needs to improve, and embraces feedback like few players his age. He's not chasing perfection for the sake of ego. He's chasing completeness. And that's what makes him so dangerous. Because at 23 years old, he's already performing at an elite level for one of the biggest clubs on the planet. Most attackers don't hit their prime until their mid to late 20s, meaning Olise still has years of growth ahead. The technique, already world-class. The football IQ, crystal clear. The mentality, relentless. Combine all that with experience, and you're looking at a player who could redefine what a modern winger looks like. His story is still being written, but the early chapters already feel historic. The Robben comparisons, the Henry influence, the stats that rival Europe's best, they all point toward one thing: a player on a frightening upward curve. And here's the scary truth: he's still learning, still improving, still hungry. The data supports it, the performances confirm it. Michael Olise isn't just one for the future, he is the future. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss what's coming next. See you in the next one.